exactly is a stroke? It's a word that's very popular, but what exactly is it?
Okay, so stroke, very simple term is that when there's a blockage in the artery, or if there's a burst in the artery, which in the artery there's this blood supply to the brain. So when there's lack of blood circulation, there's a blockage in the artery, that's where you can develop a stroke. So basically the brain is not getting enough blood supply, or there's a blockage in the artery. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely. Now we are getting to know this.
Yes.
And so let's jump into the causes. What invites stroke to us as a person?
Okay, so with the causes, for example, there's this stroke called we have the mini stroke, we have the mini stroke, we have the brain stem stroke, and then hemorrhagic stroke.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to causes, each of them are categorized differently.
Okay, so it's categorized by the
Types, yes.
Okay.
So the hemorrhagic stroke is caused by bleeding around the brain.
Okay.
Around the brain or within the brain. Then the mini stroke is that the patient is able to walk, move, and a whole lot. And the brainstorm is basically, sorry to say, that the patient is affected both sides, and sometimes they're not able to move their neck. Their speech they start to slur with their speech, or they're not able to speak very well at all. So basically it can lead for the patient to look like a vegetable. Yes.
Okay,
so when it comes to causes, so I'm just trying to put everything into common places. So high blood pressure,
Okay.
consumption of cigarettes,
Okay.
it can be inherited. Cardiovascular disease. When I say about cardiovascular disease, I'm talking about the lungs, breathing system. It can also lead to stroke. The food that we eat. Now, when we talk about the food, so oil has to be changed. But most of the time, we recook the oil. And sometimes when for example, buying food outside, we as customers, we don't know if the oil has been changed or not, the cooking oil.
I can assure you it hasn't been
So,
changed.
and the color of the oil is supposed to be kind of yellowish. Here's the case that if it's pitch black and you're recooking it, that's where it can lead to stroke, because that will cause that blockage in the artery. So basically it's like a fat that will cause that blockage in the artery. So the question is, how do you want the blood flow